Every great adventure starts with one step. This is the tale of Ebrahim Raisi, a man whose tenacity and resolve allowed him to seize every opportunity and wholly changed his life. Iranian President Ebrahim Raisi was believed dead in the helicopter crash near the city of Varzagan, as the media outlets reported that no survivors were found at the site of the crash. People who are unfamiliar with Ebrahim Raisi can read the article to know everything about the Iranian president. Iranian President Ebrahim Raisi's biography. From modest origins to the Iranian presidency, Ebrahim Raisi's life is an inspiring tale of tenacity, commitment, and steadfast values. Come along as we examine the comprehensive life story of Raisi, the president of Iran at the moment. Ebrahim Raisi became the 8th president of Iran in August 2021. Before entering into politics, he worked in the judicial sector. He served in several positions in Iran's judicial system: Chief Justice, Attorney General, and Deputy Chief Justice. Ebrahim Raisi was born on December 14, 1960, in Mashhad, Iran, a city known for its religious significance and vibrant cultural history. Raised in a modest household, Raisi's early years were marked by a deep sense of spirituality and community values instilled by his parents. The full name of Ebrahim Raisi is Sayyid Ebrahim Raisi al-Sadati. It was believed that he would be the possible successor to Ayatollah Ali Khamenei as the supreme leader. The supreme leader has the highest religious and political position in the Islamic Republic, but his sudden death came as a shock to many. Raisi has had a strong passion for education at a young age. He started basic school in Mashhad, where he showed remarkable talent and a voracious appetite for information. One of the most prominent religious institutions in Iran, Qom Seminary, was the next stop on his scholastic path. There he studied Islamic law and jurisprudence. Soon after the Iranian Revolution, in the beginning of the 1980s, Raisi started her career as a judge. He worked as a public prosecutor in Hamadan and Karaj, among other places. Although these positions were difficult, they strengthened his dedication to justice and improved his legal expertise. In the decades that ensued, he developed via the ranks of the judiciary. From 2004 to 2014, he had the title of Deputy Head of the Judiciary, where he was recognized for his uncompromising stance on legislative reform and his efforts to combat corruption. During his tenure, a number of noteworthy cases demonstrated his unwavering commitment to upholding the law. Ebrahim Raisi's early life and education. Ebrahim Raisi's father died when he was only 5 years old. His father was a strict Islamic cleric, and Raisi also followed the path of his father and became an Islamic cleric. Raisi did his primary education at Javadiya School, Iran, and following his father, he began his Islamic study in Hawza at the age of 5. Hawza is the largest Islamic seminar seminary where Shia Islamic scholars get an education. For some time he got his education from Nawab School before moving to the Ayatollah Barojardi School in 1975. At Ayatollah Barojardi School, he continued his Islamic education while teaching other students. He got an Islamic education under Morteza Motahari, Ali Meshkini, Sayyid Hossein Barojardi, Nouri Hamadani, Mortez Pasandayan, and Abolghazam Khazali. Raisi also cleared his Karajafeka Mojtaba, Tehrani, and Sayyid Ali Khamenei. For a long time he referred to himself as Ayatollah, but after criticism from the people he settled on a rank just below Ayatollah. Ebrahim Raisi's judicial career. Raisi's judicial career began with his appointment as a prosecutor of Karaj. Later on, he served as a prosecutor for the Iranian city of Hamadan province. In 1985, he moved to the capital of Iran when he was appointed as the deputy prosecutor of Tehran. After that, he addresses legal issues of many provinces, such as Kermanshah, Loristan, and Semnan. His judicial career is linked with the 1988 massacre of Iranian political prisoners. He was part of the prosecution committee. After the death of Ruhollah Khomeini, he was appointed as prosecutor of Tehran by Mohammad Yazdi. He served as Tehran prosecutor for 5 years, and later in 2004 to 2024 he was appointed as Deputy Chief Justice of Iran. After that, he was appointed as Attorney General in 2014 till 2016. He also served as Chief Justice of Iran from 2019 to 2021 before starting his political career. Ebrahim Raisi's political career. Raisi ran for the presidential election in 2017 as a candidate of the Conservative Popular Front of Islamic Revolution Forces JAMNA. The Front of Islamic Revolution Stability supported his candidate for the president role, however. He did not win the election to Rouhani. He again contested for the presidential election in 2021 and won the election with 63% vote. According to media reports, around 3.7 million votes were declared invalid during his candidature, which led to the victory of Raisi. Raisi was a hardline Islamic cleric, and during his presidency, Iran faced the highest number of anti-government protests. It was believed during his tenure he expanded the country's religious influence, backed military proxies across Middle East Asia, and brought the country into a war with Israel. Ebrahim Raisi began his career in the judiciary in the early 1980s, shortly after the Iranian Revolution. His first significant role was as a public prosecutor in the cities of Karaj and Hamadan, where he quickly established a reputation for his dedication to law and order. Over the course of a few decades, Raisi handled a number of important roles in the courts. He began his ascent in Iran's judicial system in 1985 when he was appointed Tehran's deputy prosecutor. He was named Tehran's prosecutor in 1989, where he oversaw a number of important cases. From 2004 to 2014, Raisi served as the deputy head of the judiciary, a position that allowed him to implement substantial judicial reforms. His tenure was characterized by efforts to combat corruption and promote transparency within the legal system. Raisi's work in this role underscored his commitment to justice and fairness. Apart from his judicial responsibilities, he has been regularly involved with volunteer work. He was a major contributor to the Imam Reza Foundation, one of Iran's biggest nonprofits with an emphasis on social welfare and educational programs. This project demonstrated his commitment to enhancing the quality of life for common Iranians. When Raisi declared support for the Iranian election for president in the year 2017, his political aspirations gained attention. His campaign placed a strong emphasis on fairness, fighting corruption campaigns, and economic change. Despite his defeat, the election propelled him into an area of national prominence and demonstrated his outlook for the future of Iran. Ebrahim Raisi stood for president again in 2021, and he prevailed handily this time. His campaign was centered on strengthening governance, confronting Iran's economic issues, and upholding his firm anti-corruption stance. Raisi's win demonstrated the public's appetite for reform and capable leadership. Raisi took power as the Islamic Republic of Iran's 8th president, charged with enacting important reforms. His administration has placed a high priority on promoting more transparent administration, enhancing living conditions, and stimulating the economy. Raisi has underlined how important it is to boost homegrown businesses and lessen reliance on international markets. Raisi's presidency has been distinguished internationally by her dedication to preserving Iran's sovereignty while pursuing positive relations with other countries. Striking a balance between national interests, global collaboration, he has navigated challenging political situations. Ebrahim Raisi's net worth. According to reports, Raisi's net worth is over $110 billion with 30,000 square miles of property. He has more than 5 private jets and used to live a luxurious life with $10 billion gold reserved and more than 8 luxury yachts. After Ebrahim Raisi's death, the vice president of Iran will take over, and the authority will organize the presidential elections within 50 days. According to analysts, the death of the 63-year-old president will not bring major changes in Iran's foreign policy. Iran's President Ebrahim Raisi and Foreign Minister Amir Abdullahian were killed in a helicopter crash at a time when the country is facing multiple geopolitical and economic problems. Raisi was returning to Tehran after inaugurating a dam on the border with Azerbaijan when his helicopter crashed. Thank you for watching. If you found Ebrahim Raisi's political journey inspiring, please like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth biographies and motivational stories.